Azul. New. Sticking of television there. كيدخلوا معكم رابع مزيان غيسوا 20 بوسه. غيسوا 20 بوسه الشيخ مولي سونتر مايكل في تنجير في الشمال. شي وزناري ماشي تاع شي طنجة تاع شي يعرف هو قال وين هو. واخا خدمة كيسات يجوا طنجة بالينو مراكش كلشي يبدو بالينو. اش كتقول؟ وين معايا؟ صغر ماشي كاش نحبون هذا مراكش مدنيس سبحان الله ولكن مزيان كيصل مراكش غوص غادي يكون السكينات قلت بس هذيك تجي ماشي انا السيدي ما طلعش مريم مسكين حاجه تنفع يحضر يلقى لي الدراسه قطع فالمنيه ولكم معايا هذه ساعه صافي
What was that?
Translation.
Did you just me or did you go right over your head?
Didn't understand a word.
Okay, that's the point. Okay, that's the point. That's the point. What we're trying to demonstrate here today is how we sound to beginners in the classroom sometimes. We walk into a class and we would say something as simple as, how was your weekend? And nobody answers. And you're thinking, did I say anything wrong? And you have to sit there and say, did you watch the soccer game? Soccer. Football. Game. And then maybe you would get one or two people to answer you. But most of the time, we just assume they understand everything we say. But sometimes this language sounds so foreign to their ears, and we don't really put that into consideration. Okay, we're going to start off by demonstrating two scenarios that are exactly the same in a way, but they're not. And we would like you to give us some feedback after the second scenario. Okay? Are we ready? Yes. All right. Azul.
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 مين تازول تنشد؟
صغير خصهم يشنفوا.
شي حاجة تأسود؟
ياه أمام رقصة.
شي حاجة تغني؟
لا شحال تأسود؟
تأسود هي لولو.
أغا.
Then
ليشن.
Okay, now second scenario. All right.
Is that the menu for
Okay, ready? Here we go. Azul.
Azul.
مين تازول تأنشد؟
Azul exhumation.
Exhumation. شي حاجة تأسود؟
ياه أمام رقصة.
شي حاجة تغني؟
لا شحال تأسد؟
تأسود 100 يورو.
100 يورو.
Okay, so what can you tell me about the two conversations? I already gave you the information that they're exactly the same. So did you understand the first time we Okay. So, did you understand the second time? Yes. Okay. Can you tell me what helped you understand? Pictures. Props. Thank you. Yes. Acting out. Thank you. What else? Excellent. Excellent. Ishnuf for grilled, right? Ishnuf for grilled. What else? Repetition.
And gestures also.
Excellent. Gestures.
Action.
What about the actual language? Did you understand the actual language? No. But you were able to understand the context because of everything that we try to act out here, right? Excellent. Okay. What we'd like you to do now is get into groups of 2 or 4, and we will replay the conversation, and we want you to put the lines in order. Okay? The same conversation again, and we will speak very slowly, and we want you to put the lines in order. Okay, so in groups of 2 or 4, please. Okay, does everybody have an envelope for the line? Yes? Okay, so we'll do it one more time. We'll do it very slowly. Okay? But I'll give you a minute just to look over the lines and maybe separate them in what you think might be the right way. Okay, are we ready? Yes? Okay.
Azul.
مين تازول أتشف؟
واش تنسو مشنف؟
شين حاجف أسود؟
أنا المدرسة.
شين حاجف نغني؟
لا شحال تحسب؟
تاسق 100 يورو.
أغام.
تنمر.
تلميذ.
Okay, we'll walk around and check your conversation. Recall first.
Correct? Correct, of course. Sure.
I didn't understand any word in Amazigh.
Min does it ship? Min does it ship?
Yeah, it's good. Yes, exactly.
What is Agam? Okay. No, take that.
Take.
I think something very
I know this was called actually. He pointed to me and he said, no. Or he looked over here. It's obviously someone here. What's
Keep them in order. Give them order. Sorry. Okay, some of you are still having trouble putting the lines together.
Yes, we are not figuring this out.
We're going to act it one more time. Very, very
One more time.
Okay? Azul.
Azul?
مين ده أزول؟ أشوف. أكسب.
Azul أقسم يشنف.
أكسب يشنف. شنو حاجة تلاقي؟
أمام مرض.
شنو حاجة تلاقي؟
حريت أسد.
Yeah, because he said.
Tantos Biadoro.
عقل.
Tanmir.
تنمير.
Alright, so is that better? Does everybody have it now? Yeah! Good? Excellent, excellent. Alright, what we would like you to do now is actually memorize the conversation. Yes. If you can do it, and your students can do it, okay? This sounds exactly how we sound to them. So if you can do it, then they can do it. So you have to prove that you can do it. Okay? We will help you, and I think it would be best to break it up. Okay? To break it up into 3 parts. Right? We'll walk around and show you how to break it up in practice. Okay? Yeah, the best way to do
الحادث الأسود
يا هلا
اش الحادث اللفظي؟
حق راسي
يلا
We're going third for a reason. This is going to be really bad. Okay. Azul, me, Azul, Achi. Azul, Achi, water. I don't speak Arabic, I'm just kidding. She has sweet. I'm not. She has Nani. But I did. Pass it me as well. Tangier.
Okay, come on up.
Like, been repeated for 5 seconds. Been repeated for 5
Azul exclamation.
شي حاجة أسود هي عمل دخل شي حاجة ذهني مش حاجة ثالثة هي ظروف أغام تنجز حلوة
I think so.
Or green. It's a reef.
Azul مين كان الشيف؟ أزول يزيد تشمر يزيد تشمر
عشان حاجة عطفي؟
أيوة أمان مرة بصر
عشان حاجة مرمي؟
شحال إتسر؟
بعد $100. سلم.
بس اللي فيني شغل
Azul.
Azul.
ما ندوزو الشيء.
Azul أكثر من شنو؟
شي حاجة أسود.
أمان مراكش. أو. Azul أكثر من شنو؟
شي حاجة نقي.
هي أمان مراكش. ايش حاجة تأثير؟
الدور.
So how do you feel about learning this conversation? It's hard. It's also hard for our students sometimes to understand us and to do what we expect them to do. But of course, if you make it fun, if you use props, if you use role play and pictures, it makes things so much easier for them. But especially with beginners, we can't really stay behind our desks and expect them to understand everything we say. We have to get up and perform for them. We have to be clowns for an hour and a half, 3 hours, however long it takes, but we do have to perform for them. Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Tangier, Jennifer. Thanks for coming. Our workshop is going to be about just a few activities for young learners' classrooms. Some of them you can adapt to even teenagers. Or adults. Or adults, here in beginning classes, perhaps. Okay? We're not going to talk much. We're just going to have you do the work. And as most of you have attended, my workshop last year, you know I don't like to talk much. I just get the job done. Yeah. Okay. So the first activity is called the tissue paper game. Okay. Tissue paper game. Okay. I'll write the name. I'm going to give each group a set of flashcards, okay? Some of them are just pictures, I covered the words, and the other set are the words, okay? You're going to stand and face each other. One person is going to be holding the picture, one person is going to be holding the word. There's going to be a teacher who says a word, and if your picture matches the word, the teacher is going to throw the tissue paper in the middle, and the two people that have the corresponding picture and word have to run and grab the tissue paper first. The first person to grab the tissue paper wins. Please be careful, because I have done this. You know, some of the students have bumped heads, but it was very minor. But before we do that, I want you to take a minute and come up with a team name for your group. Because throughout the activity, throughout the workshop, we're going to be keeping track of who has the most points. The winner. Okay? So go ahead, just talk to each other for about a minute and come up with a group name. There's another, if a group of 10 or 12 people can come sit here, to be another group. And there's one over there also. That's in the sun. Okay, this group, do you have a name? Oh, nice. A name for your group. Lion? Okay, Lion. The butterfly. Okay.
A-team.
The A-team.
Is it okay if you join in?
Can we do one more group? Yeah, they're the A-team.
Join their group in groups of 12.
Make sure the group only has 10 or 12. All right, my assistants, please.
The minions.
Doesn't matter if you have a car. Here, brush it. Okay, I guess some people didn't hear the instructions. There's a group of cards. There are 6. There are either 5 or 6, depending on how many people are in the group. 6 pictures and 6 words, or 5 pictures, 5 words. You're going to stand in front of each other. One person is going to be holding the picture. Do not show the other person. And one person is going to be holding a word. The teacher is going to walk around, say one of the words, throw a tissue paper in the middle, and you have to run and grab the tissue paper. Okay? Whoever grabs it first. Okay?
Of course, we stand up in a line, 2 lines. So, blue cards this side, pictures this side. Covering you actually, no? You're this side, pictures, yeah. Pictures this side, and then cards this side. Blue cards this side, in a line. You each stand in a line. Who's the person with the food, right? Ride a bicycle.
Go shopping. Sorry, Okay, Jennifer's going to present the next activity. Did you enjoy it? Yeah. It looks a little confusing at first, but once you get it, the students will have a great time. Some people are asking questions, how do you do it in a big classroom? The bigger the better. Classroom. You know, if you have 22 students, you'll just make 2 lines of 11 and just have more space in the middle. And you can even do it outside when it's a nice day. So I've done it. I just did it last week and we loved it. Okay?
Okay, the next activity is a mime, a version of a miming game. Mime time, whatever you want to call it. So I would like to demonstrate with a group first because I think it would be easier to explain. So a group of 3 from any team to volunteer, please, to come up to the front. 3 students. Perfect. Timer? Yeah. Okay. So, student 1, please stand here. Okay. Sorry to have her back to you, but maybe student 2 here. Student 3 right behind. Behind her, exactly, yes. Okay? So basically they're in a line. Okay? You could use technology and have a picture behind the students here on the wall facing student 1. Or you could use flashcards. In this case, that's what we're going to do. I thought of having a student behind showing the picture where they can't see, but she can see. But it's a little difficult with the space. So instead, I decided just to show her the picture. She's going to mime. They have to guess what the mime is. Once they guess, they get a point. Then they're going to rotate. So you're going to run to the back. She's going to run here. Yes, once the guess is yes, you're going to go as quickly as possible to guess as many flashcards or pictures as possible in order. Okay? So I'm going to show you the cards. You cannot speak, you know, just acting using body language. You have to guess what it is. Then you're just going to rotate. Yes, yes. Either of you, whoever guesses, doesn't matter if you're correct. Then we'll rotate. Okay? All right, let's try. I'm going to change. Ready? Okay.
Singer?
Yes, okay. So rotate, you come. You're next in the next position, you're in.
Lower? Go in here and here.
Get sick? You have fever? Good.
A lion, a monster, dragon.
Okay, hands up.
Alright, so they got 4. Okay. Good job. So then, like in the classroom, this team, they would have a team name, for example. Okay, so they would get a point, and then you'd call up the next team in your class, because the students would already be divided into teams. And then the next group comes up, they have 1 minute, as many cards as they can guess. So these guessed 4, I'd put 4 here, for example, and at the end, whichever group has the most points or cards. So we can try and play it if you want.
If you want.
We don't
I mean, we have 3 other activities.
Next activity.
Yeah, next activity. Okay, good. Thanks. Okay, the next activity is called the reading race. All right? on the theme that you're working with. I chose fruits and vegetables for this one, okay? So each group gets a packet of clues, okay? And you have to quickly write down what you think the answer is, and you have to run to the teacher in the front, okay? If the teacher agrees with your answer, she takes the piece of paper out, and then you go on to the group and do it again until you finish the whole booklet. The first group to finish the whole booklet gets a point. Okay? Yeah, I mean, Okay, Jennifer is going to be in the back, so the groups in the back can run to her, and I'll be in the front, you can just run to me. Okay? And I'll keep track of your points. All right, here you go. Work together to get closer, please.
So it'd be just one person from the group.
One person from the group can run up and just show them. Okay, wait, don't start yet, wait. Here you go. Oh, no. Somebody? You were there.
Yes.
I don't want to run.
Oh, do you want to run?
Mustafa, do you have one?
So,
can you pass this?
What's it say?
We're not supposed to start. So everyone. Look up.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, wait. Go. Okay, ready? Go.
Go.
Everybody else, they're red vegetables, we eat them with salad. These delicious and small and fresh.
Yes.
Strawberry.
Jennifer, 18, give me a second.
The way you can do it. Okay, the way you can do it is if you have 5 teams, the first group you get 5 points, second group 4 points, and so on and so forth. Or you can adapt it anyway, at the end you can give them a prize. Sorry, I forgot my prizes at home. I was going to give everyone next year. All right, then we have another activity. Did you enjoy this one? Yes. At the end, I'll give you my email address. You can just send me everything, and I have everything ready. I can just email to you. It's a safe paper.
Okay, so the next activity I use often with children 1, 2, and 3. They know this also, of course. When I said tic-tac-toe, they're like, what's tic-tac-toe? So then I'm like, XO. So they all get the XO game. So you'll have an X team and O team in your class, and normally I divide the class in half, and yes, X and O's. So again, I will just choose one group, divide them in half as a demonstration, okay? Yes, okay? So, the idea is, I will give you a question. I've used spelling words, I'll spell a word in color. The first student to guess the word, B-L-A-C-K, black, they get to choose where they want to put their X or O on the grid. And so they're really excited, you know, they're into the strategy. So then you could use, I've used spelling words, I've used, you know, past, present. You could do that with, you know, beginning students. You could do, I do flashcards with the younger students. And they're excited and have a good time. Nationalities and countries, so that's what I'll do with this group, okay? So 5 students, so I'll just call you by name, okay? That's what I typically do. So Nafisa, can you stand up, please? And ma'am, Nashek, can you stand up? So I tell the students, these are the, just right there is fine. No one else can speak, it's their turn to speak. So listen, 1, 2, 3. I say the country, you say the nationality. Netherlands. Yes. Okay, so.
I put it on number 5.
Okay.
I'm the X.
So you're the X.
Everybody fights for the X's, though.
Okay, ready? Sorry, you can sit down.
Okay.
You're finished. Okay. Just stay right there. Okay. So, because you're the X team, so each student gets a turn on the team. Okay. Ready? Switzerland. Yes. O team. Where do you want your?
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
With the O. What do you want to do? 1, 2 in the smallest. One's just a number.
1 would be good.
2. Yeah, 1 is good.
All right. Next.
Next to the box.
Okay. Listen. Norway.
Norwegian.
Yes. Okay. X team. Where do you want your? 1. Number 1.
Oh.
Okay, next student, please stand up. No pressure. Ready? Vietnam. So then, if they're cheating, I give it to the other team. So it's not your turn, so I give the point to the other team. Okay. Vietnamese, X, what number? So here they have 3 in a row, so they get a point. Okay, we keep going till. Let's just play a little more. Okay, do you mind standing, please? Next student. Sure. Okay, ready? Pakistan. Pakistani. Pakistani. Where? 3. Okay. All right. One more. And ready? Ireland.
Irish.
Yes. Oh. Where do you want yours? 7. Okay. I'll stop there. You see the idea. And, again, like sometimes the students will say the answer at the same time. So then I'll just give them another question. Give them another chance because tie, in this case, you can't give each a point because either one team has to choose. So I'll just repeat another question until somebody wins. In that case, I will just start over and just continue. And I think adults would like it too, but everybody knows the XO change. So that's my question.
Okay. We have one final activity. This, normally with your class, should be a little easier. We made it a little bit more difficult because you guys are teachers. Okay. Each envelope has a bunch of letters, and you have to make a sentence out of those letters. Usually in the classroom, it's going to be something obviously that you've done already, and it's just a revision to see if they remember, or maybe something they read, or some sentence structures you did together. It could be just random words. You can adapt it any way you'd like. So in this case, we made it a little bit challenging, so you can have fun, all right? So I'm going to give each group a pass, and just sit on the floor. Yeah, like I did last year. And
it's the same sentence, so
yeah, each group has the same sentence. The first team to again, same thing. Make the sentence
correctly. Win.
And you can give your students a time limit. You can tell them, okay, you have 2 minutes, or you have 5 minutes or 1 minute to make it more competitive. So I'll give you 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes. Well, I was gonna say 1 minute, but then Don't start until I say go.
We have to use all the letters.
Yeah, all the letters. You know? Hey, yeah, I'm coming. Coming. You ready?
Just like this way.
On your mark, get set, go.
Makes sense.
Sentence. One long sentence.
I've heard that about 4 times now, but I don't know.
Right there. It's gonna be.
The first 2 words are thank you.
Got it. Got it.
Come.
So nice.